let me see it roll. I like that left cheek, right cheek, show me that control. Then slide down on the pole. I'm trying to spin this bag on you.
Good morning. I am the one, the only Matic.
Mr. Nyeem Carter going that bullshit.
And as always, our special guest host, Mr. Lafayette Define Road.
2 young girls in a whole
The nigga sound hoarse this morning.
Yeah, fuck you been drinking.
If you had 2 young girls in a whole head, your ass be hoarse too.
Now check this out, right? Last week we shot a podcast on relationships, but you know I got a 4-year-old at home, and I left the cameras sitting down.
In short, kids be touching shit.
Yeah, man. He a tech kid, so you gotta excuse him. So we're gonna revisit that. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, yeah, he don't need this.
He did his thing. But anyway, yeah, like I said, we do talk about relationships, not just man-woman relationships. We talk about friendships at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So again, we're gonna let Lafayette lead us, and then we'll chime in a little bit.
Well, first of all, I'd say good morning to everybody. However, I believe truly, deeply in my heart, that before you have any kind of relationship, you gotta become a friend to that person first. Right? Because when you say, that's my true friend, that means that they've been around you, they know you, you know, your ins and outs, right? Like a lot of people jump into a relationship talking about they in love, don't know even what the hell they going through.
Don't know who you
are. I met you in October, you're gonna propose to me in November, and we get married in December. Sound like somebody you know?
Listen,
so that's fast.
We've all been there.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
I know we talking about that motherfucker. Yeah,
when I proposed to my wife, right, she's like, go ahead, you kidding? I said, no, you think I'm kidding? I was down on one knee. I said, if you don't believe me, I get down on both knees. You know what I mean?
I ain't got that much time.
Yeah, I mean,
I got 20 years in this thing already. You know what I mean? Yeah, she takes me through it. But guess what? I always say this, right? With any friend that I get to, I'm a married man and I ain't never leaving home. Never. Because when you find that good one, she may get on my damn nerves, but I know she in my corner.
I can go along with that.
You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question though. This is for me. I feel like relationships don't pan out the way they should pan out because I feel like everybody is following the same format as one another. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Hanes underwear don't work for me all the time. They might work for you, but them bitches don't work for me. I might need a different brand. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, everybody goes by the same format and floor plan for a relationship. And I think more relationships will be successful if people took a relationship and say, listen, babe, we're going to make this our own.
Right, like sit down at the table and let's discuss some things. My likes, my do's, my don'ts, you know what I mean? So you get this out the way, because then when you marry somebody, then here come all this luggage and baggage from the other baby father, and you be like, well, hold up, where this come from? I ain't about dealing with that unless you clear that up with me. I don't need surprises.
There's a lot of females now, they base the relationship they in on how it's supposed to be on a relationship they see around them. Or their parents, their parents, their grandparents, past relationships. There's many times that relationships done broke up because the female will tell the man, like, oh, this is not how you're supposed to love. And the dude will be like, what you talking about? Like, oh, my parents, my dad does this with my mom every time this happens.
But I'm not your parent.
And you be looking like, bitch, I ain't your father.
Right.
Yeah, you know, that was a pretty decent point.
And that's the problem is that, like, if you don't get all this baggage or unnecessary luggage out the way from the beginning, then you're going to always have this unnecessary thing. Especially when I have a favorite saying, accept me for who I am, not what I can do for you.
Right.
Because as soon as I can't do for you, what are you going to do, run to somebody else? You know, here, a lot of people with that same floor mat thinking that, oh, well, my kid's baby daddy didn't treat me like that. Whoa, where did this come from? I'm your baby daddy. I'm the one that's going to love you. You see what I mean? See, we get this word love construed.
Misconstrued.
Misconstrued, right? And so, let me explain something to you, right? If you look in the dictionary, the word love got like 26 different meanings. And we twist it. The way you look at love may be not the same way I look at love.
Exactly.
See, I always tell people, it ain't the love and the sex I want the intimacy. You know, where you could sit back and cuddle one another and then talk about things that, like...
You got to be the most sensitive Scorpio.
No,
I've never seen a Scorpio like this.
Why should I have to argue with you about, oh, the building get paid, but when we can sit up and cuddle one another, you know, baby, I enjoy this, you know, time that we spend, right? It's me time. Our time. You know what I mean? And then, you know, you can discuss about what's coming up, Bill's doing. I ain't got to argue with you because I may be working and I forgot to pay the bills. If you didn't tell me, hey, baby, this is due, I can't remember everything. You know what I mean?
It's common.
And they want to argue about this. You ain't fulfilling your job as a man. Oh, no. But then when I want to throw it down and talk about how less of a woman you are, now I'm wrong, right? See, that's what we need to stop.
It's a double standard.
What you were saying?
About men forgetting. This is like, women really hate that. I noticed that women really despise when men forget shit. Like the smallest thing.
You
be like,
supposed.
Yeah, like, oh, we're supposed to watch House Day. You don't remember? We're like, I forgot. But I love to sometimes when my stepmom, my dad get into it, and I just be sitting there listening to what they, like, their argument, it'd be vicious. Like, the argument be vicious, but my dad sometimes he'll be like, if I forget, it's up to you to remind me.
Pretty much.
Then he gave me this story.
This is how we get
Adam and Eve, he was like, he'll go back, he'll say, Adam and Eve, Adam forgot. Just simple stuff. Not even that. It's just he forgot. As a couple, he's talking about after that, as they just went along as a couple, Adam forgot. And he was one of the greatest men that ever walked this earth, and he forgot about stuff. So he was like, and then he was looking at my stepmom, he was like, do you think I'm better than him? As far as like just the aspect of being a man? She'd be like, no. He was like, if he forgot, what makes you think I can't forget? Or it just won't happen?
I'm human.
I'm human. I forget. And not even I'm human, I'm a man. Men forget.
Especially when you got so many different things going on in your life. You know what I mean? You know, like I think that we need to learn how to talk to one another than talking at.
I agree.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Because people get it twisted like, we're in Walmart and you get mad because you can't get what you want because you assume I'm supposed to have it. If you came to me and said, baby, you know something at Walmart I like, can we do this? I can let you know before we even got there if it's going to be a yes or a go.
That's just bullhead stuff. Y'all like stuff at Walmart?
Can we do this?
Let's go to Walmart. We got to pick wherever up you go.
They got some bins over there on sale. Let's go to Walmart.
When the woman say, I'm tired of renting, right? Mm-hmm. We need to buy a house.
Oh, yeah,
we need to sit down and
that's
get some things straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that there should be an application for both man and woman to find out what your damn credit status is.
Oh, it is.
Because you can't come into a relationship and think, oh, I'm in love with you just because of the booty call, and then turn around and come to find out it ain't all that. You know, then here you get ready to do something on the positive, and then she can't pull her part.
Yeah, one night stands, they got many niggas.
No, check this out, right? Look here. See, that's why I go back to the word intimacy. that will show you how much you care about an individual.
Right, but you know what I'm saying? The intimacy it comes over time. Like these days, people just jump in. Like you know what I'm saying? You. I remember it was a time where we used to talk on the phone, a girl fall asleep on the phone. You know what I'm saying? We built. We took time and we built.
Before
now it's like you go on Instagram, DM somebody, blah blah blah, and maybe that same 3 hours later
you hitting that.
You're hitting that.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing. The courtship is different.
That's where, like, I think that we need to like back up and understand. If it's going that fast, neither one of y'all have no respect for each other.
Boy, you in trouble.
I agree.
Because first of all, I don't even know who you are.
From a kingdom
I'm just gonna pick somebody up off Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and tell them, can we do this because you talking this erotic stuff? You know what I mean?
Well, that's what it's about these days.
But wait a minute, that's what they want it to be about. I'm old school.
Right.
It's all about respect first.
No, I was speaking for for what I see. I can't say by generation. I go by what I see now, and there's some older people that's indulging into it too.
Well, see,
Could you imagine if
don't-
you like got into
Don't get it twisted. Let me explain something to you.
What if you was one of
I'm
those
a bona fide freak. I'm a score, right? But I'm gonna let you
You're a
know
what?
this, right?
Excuse us?
Even I
No, time
have
out.
certain things.
You're a what now?
I'm a bona fide freak and I'm a bona fide score.
You was a nasty nigga.
Oh, okay, go on.
Only,
I thought I missed something.
only free body
No,
motherfucker say score.
check this out, right? We have priorities in our life. And if I'm on one of those accounts and I'm talking to you because you did some perverted, nasty stuff, and I'm inside of you in 3 hours, something wrong with that.
But you're gonna go in there.
Go in there.
No!
I know you're gonna go in there.
No, this is the deal. Remember when I said, I'm a score, you a score, can we talk?
You gonna take it down?
We need to talk first to get some things cleared. Because check this out, right? You don't know what you're jumping into.
He say that now. Well,
Check this out, right? Back in the day,
said
that's
that.
why they call me Trick Dawson.
See, that's why I'm saying, now you understand.
I would
Hop it off in that joint.
I would shake it up, and before the dice hit the thing, I was in it.
see,
But see, those days are over with.
It's cracking up.
Because see, I respect the woman more.
Hey, now,
You see what I mean?
those days are over with.
I want more.
For now.
I want more from a woman than just sex.
listen, those days are over with until opportunity knocks. For him. Just say it out loud.
Check this out, right? Remember when I said, I asked you, I'm straight up.
We gonna take
I'm
it
gonna
to
come to the door, knock on the door, can we do this, yes or no? He said, he's knocking on pussy. Right? But I'm not. You know what I mean? We need to sit down and talk. I think that the world right now is in a fast mode.
Yeah.
Let me hit it and quit it and move on. You know what I mean?
No, COVID just slowed that down a little bit.
You know, people not quitting it though. People like hit it and like, all right, I come back in 3 months.
This is nice.
Well, check this out, right? If a man got 2 women, and he telling one that I'm going out with the boys, and he tell the other one, right, I'll be home at 9. Who is he lying to? He lying to both of them.
But listen, these days they
We gonna be out with another joint ski.
See, I can't fall into that. Watch this. People are all up into Gucci and name brand stuff, right? As for me, that don't impress me.
I'll buy you a Walmart shirt in a minute.
But look,
These days jokers ain't got a lot of nobody. You know what I'm saying?
no.
They ain't got a lot of people are okay with
They
being a
just
side
back
chick or
out.
side.
Yeah.
Watch this. I saw this, and this make a lot of sense. Why are women taking course in criminal justice when they want to go and hook up with a criminal?
They don't know how to book his ass.
Who are they playing with? They playing with their own intelligence.
Yeah, I see that.
You see what I mean? Like, the hardest thing for human beings to do is change. All right. When I was giving lessons and instructions, right, from people coming home from the penitentiary, right, what I come to find out, right, some people are settled for $300. because they can't deal with the responsibility of life.
Right.
Until you show them that there's better way. Like here, we are people of habit, right? But if I learn how to think first before I react, I might not get myself in all that trouble I did. Because it's really worth it. Everything that I jump into, you see what I mean? Like, I'm going to fly school. But do you think that I'm going to lick them, flip them, kiss them, put a rose on pussy, and say thank you very much because I just met you?
Yes. Yes.
No. No.
People watch this and like, yeah, nigga.
No.
Yo, get in Lafayette DM and see the fucking see if this shit is true.
Well, only thing I can say, wherever I've been, I can always go back.
Get them comments and tell me lying.
But check this out, right? This is the deal, right? We need to slow the relationship piece down. Because you ain't even get to know a person first.
Oh my
and you
God.
tell me I'm in love. Okay, she put it on you. She rocked your world. Right? Okay, you might rock her world, and you think you got the best. Oh, he done done it better than anybody. But truly, is that really the one for you? You need to investigate that thing.
He got real for it. Is that really the one for you?
It ain't.
He really trying to sell it today, baby.
I really think that relationships need to slow down. You need to know a person. Learn a person before you talk about I want to make this big commitment.
Because you be living with
Because
somebody.
when you learn the real person, like okay, she's a doll, she's a princess, right? Until y'all get that married, then she go.
That's all women though.
You know what I mean? Hold up, where did that come from? I need to know all these things ahead of time.
There's two things that make women different in a relationship: babies and a ring.
Well, even that got to be plain.
Elaborate on that.
When I tell you this about kids, because I done did both. Kids, when women get set, they know, oh, we just gonna be together now. We got a kid coming, we just gonna be. It's this weird ass rule or person that pops in their head and tells them, oh, that nigga.
Yeah. See what I'm talking about?
Like, and whisper in their ear, you know you own that nigga, right?
You mine.
No, don't wait nobody else. She be looking at you and it be a little devil pop up. He be in her ear. You know that nigga, you own that motherfucker, right?
And then you ask
That
him,
nigga
why the fuck you looking at me like
If you
that?
told that nigga take his shoestrings out here, do it. Try something. Say something stupid. Like women really say something stupid and fucking look how I react.
A lot of men think that this is corny, right? But if my woman's working and I'm working and she's had a bad day, take your shoes off. Let me rub your feet. Let me get your bath water ready.
Why you whispering?
You say something like that?
I don't holler at her.
But I'm just saying though.
I'm
We
telling
would.
you,
You see him walking in, we be like, you alright?
look, this is what men need to understand. You need to understand
you over
the
there,
worth
what's going
of
on?
you need to understand the worth of a woman.
I get that.
Look here, treat her like she's a queen. You can't be talking about that's mine, that's my queen, and you treating her like S-I-H-T, you know what I mean?
But it has to be mutual though, man.
Well, both.
You gotta be treated well.
That's why you sit down at the table and you get all this out before you try to make a commitment.
You know, I got an interesting belief.
Make a nigga a pancake every now and again. Something like
I
that.
got an interesting belief in you know,
First of all, I don't even know can she cook.
people might disagree.
Yeah, if you can't cook, I can't fuck with you.
If people might disagree with my belief, I got an interesting belief. I believe this, right? I believe. All right, let's say this. Like, I don't care if it's the man or the woman initiating, wanting to be in a relationship. I believe the one who's initiating, who's saying, I want only you, I want you, I want you, I want you. Why won't you be? You know what I'm saying? And try to convince you to be with them. I think that it's their responsibility to show you why it's worth you giving them everything you got going on.
I'm glad you used the word show instead of prove.
Right? Yeah. They show me this. Like, 'cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm out there single and I got all these women, I'm having a great time. Blah blah blah. Life is fantastic. And if you come in and you say this, that, and that, blah blah blah. And if you want me to give up all that I got going on and how happy I am and this stuff like that, you need to show me.
For that one,
Yep, you gotta show me
I'm
that
gonna make you mine.
this is that this is worth me leaving everything that I'm enjoying
But
right
she
now.
gonna provide all your needs.
But see, look, this is the deal. Like I'm using your line. This is the deal. But sometimes people pound on you to be in a relationship, and then when you get in it, it's all of a sudden, here come the rules, here come this, here come that. Oh, you can't, all the things. Oh, you can't do this no more. You can't say this. You can't do that. You can't move. Blah 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 blah. And then you just end up miserable. You just gave up all that, all your good time, all your joy, to commit to this person because they are saying that they can provide everything that the outside world is providing. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You were happy. Your skin was clearer. You know what I'm saying? You were thicker. You were heavy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
everything about you was so upbeat. Well, now when you get in this relationship, people start saying like, "Yo, what's wrong with you, bro?" You know what I'm saying? You losing weight. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All your shirts big as shit. What you got going on?
I feel as though.
You want drugs?
I feel as though. Why ask me to
Got
be?
that nigga on coke, bro.
Why ask me to be in a? Why ask me to be in a relationship? And why ask me to indulge in this if you're not going to keep me as happy as I was? That's not fair.
And I'm glad you said it because this is one thing that everybody needs to understand, right? Where's the trust? All of a sudden, I want you. And I'm going to do everything I can in my means possible to get you. But then when we get in, now I'm going to come up with these unwritten rules and start demanding you. Oh, you can't go out with the boys tonight. Oh, no, you can't do this. I'm here for you. Well, guess what? When is it comes to the part that you're going to trust them? Because either side, man or woman, when you start telling them what they can't do, that's a trust issue. And that's going to allow him to say, well, if you don't trust me when I'm telling you the truth, then I might as well go out there and do it. Because this is the deal, right? Why I gotta be questioned? I'm going out with the guys. We bowling. I ain't nothing, no women or nothing like this, but you don't even trust me to do that. You know what I mean?
Y'all go out bowling?
Wait a minute, hold on. As a figure of speech, I'm gonna go to the corner store. No, I gotta go with you.
Oh, hell no.
But, like, come on. Where's the trust?
I was in a relationship like that. I used to be looking at this girl like, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, I'm sick of looking at you.
I got a 3-rule thing. Don't lie to me. Don't use me. And don't hurt me. Because if you start doing it by demanding and doing all that, that's what it comes out to be.
That sounds like an R&B album. Say it again. Right.
Don't lie to
Why
me.
you kind of leading up? Go ahead.
Don't use me. And don't hurt me.
That is gonna be your R&B cover right there. You just sitting like that right there.
You know what I'm saying? Lafayette live. Look, but here's the deal though. Like the joy, like you know what I'm saying, like you know what I'm saying, like I had joy, like before. Okay, good, that's fine. When we what happened? Like nobody should have to enter a relationship and then the joy that you had before it is taken away. That's completely unfair. Like if I'm going to leave all that behind. When I get in there, I should have the same joy. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to same joy with one woman. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't put a lot of rules on my woman. I don't put a lot of rules on, you know, stuff like that. But one thing I will say is this: if I don't put a lot of rules on you because you already know how to act accordingly, don't do it to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, and like it's draining when it gets that way. It's draining when it. Your relationship should never become a chore. You know how kids hate doing chores. When a relationship becomes a chore, it becomes a problem, man. And then, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? A lot of us just don't know, you know what I'm saying, when it's expired. We hang around too long. You know what I'm saying? The milk's in the refrigerator and it's stinking. And we just won't get rid of it, man. So look, when you know that this shit is expired, it's time to move on, man. Don't kill it. If you want a relationship,
build your own.
Build it your way. Build it your way, not according to everybody else. And don't fucking take the joy out of it. You know You know what I mean?
Isn't a relationship a two-way street?
Yeah, and people forget that.
It's what we sit down and we can disagree without being disagreeable. First of all, I ain't gotta agree with everything you say, but I ain't gotta make it turn into an argument.
Right.
See, when you get older, up in my age, I ain't arguing no more. If I come in the house, I'm turning right back out, go back outside, try this shit again.
Yeah, you don't want to be up in age.
First of all, you don't know how my day went. If I come in the door, the first thing I learned is respect. Good afternoon, how your day went? I need to know where you at first, because I ain't been with you all day, I've been at work.
I talk like rich folks in your house.
Let me ask you a question.
Call respect.
Like rich folks. Good evening.
I'm gonna ask you both a question.
Yeah.
Before I ask the question, I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna answer it, and then you go on. But how do you feel you are as a me? I don't feel as though that I feel like I'm an okay mate, but I'm not a very good mate because I shut down when shit's not going the way that I feel like that. Hey man, this engine can be running a lot smoother. Instead of me trying to put the repairs on, I tend to shut down a bit, and that makes me a bad mate. You know what I'm saying? And I can admit at times I'm a terrible mate. Now that's stuff I need to work on.
Well, one part of it is that's called change. Before, when you came with that nonsense and howling and screaming stuff, we used to argue back and forth. Now today, I ain't doing that. So I'm hearing you, but I'm just being quiet. And that's the most worst thing that you could do to a woman. Don't argue back with her. Because she can't stand that. And if you just move on and go to the what they call it, your little den or man cave or whatever, that tears them upside because they can't stand there and argue with themselves.
But that doesn't answer the question. How are you as a mate?
How is I as a mate?
What did you say?
How am I as a mate?
Yeah, but how would you?
With my wife?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound right.
There's
Some days we have some ups and we have some downs. And life don't go perfect all the time. But one thing I do know, right? Before I go to bed at night, I'm gonna sit back and sob that right there. I can't go to bed angry at you. Because see, life is super precious. Tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. And I'm not gonna allow you to get me out my character, right? Because you're not having a good day.
So you would say
You're a good mate.
I try to be.
okay.
Me? I don't know, I'm a sarcastic asshole. Not as bad as I used to be, but I know I still am. And sometimes my sarcasm and assholeness takes over a situation and I have to get control of that. That's really my worst trait as a mate. But besides that, I think I'm fun.
Remember how y'all said?
So you say you're
Remember how
pretty
y'all
funny.
said? Did I just calm myself down when I got angry?
He just did it.
You proved that fact. You see what I mean? Because you're working on you. You can identify some things that you don't even like.
Like now, I
It
know
ain't
like,
about pleasing them.
me and her get into it, instead of me arguing back, if I know she's mad, instead of me arguing back, I just look like.
I usually
And
listen.
then after a while, she be like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. That's silence. They can't stand it.
What the fuck wrong with you, bitch? You here?
Now, please advise us of your answer, sir.
No, I just said it. I said I believe I need a whole lot of work as a mate because I shut down. I shut down. Like when something is not going right, and I feel as though you should know what's going right,
You don't
I
talk
shut
about it.
down. That's not fair to her.
Do you ever take the time off to allow the heat to go down and then try to talk about it? See, because when you shutting down, you holding that in. I had to learn that from a long time.
Yeah.
Why am I holding your anger?
Yeah, but I don't be angry. I just don't want to talk.
Okay,
You irritated?
well, it's the
Yeah.
I don't want to talk because the way you came off on me. But I'm holding on to that because that's my defense mechanism. I don't want to be violent.
Sometimes I don't be angry about
But you shut down.
anything. I don't be angry about anything particular. I just be angry about how the situation is just going. It doesn't have to be anything she's done per se. It's just me. Like I'm like this. I feel like this should be this way, and instead of talking about it, I just shut down.
I
And
understand
that's not
that
fair.
perfectly because I've learned in my younger days, right? I always used to do something, right? and then realize, how can I handle that different? Because I might say something that maybe hurt you. You see what I mean? Because we sometimes go out and twist our mouths and call a woman the B word or call her something else, you know what I mean? But you don't really mean that.
Right.
Why do I gotta sit up here, argue, fuss, and fight with you? Smack you, then turn around that night and wanna hold you in my arms.
Damn, wait a minute.
And make
Wait a
love to
minute.
you. And make love to you.
Damn,
That was
Start slapping people.
Look at, that was back in the day.
Damn,
I don't do that today. I believe this very strongly. If I gotta put my hands on you, I don't need you.
Oh, exactly.
awkward.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I only been in
And
one.
she should never put herself in that position, and neither should I.
Oh, let me give y'all one right here. Women, especially for women. If you with a dude that's not hitting you and you just feel as though you're gonna keep hitting him, you better be prepared for that day he decides to swing back.
Let me see it roll. I like that left cheek, right cheek. Show me that control. Then slide down on the pole. I'm trying to spin this bag on you, baby. That's the goal. Let me see it roll.